Hey guys, it's Bears Fan of 6 here, and today we're going to talk about Len. Len with Lexida has a 50 hit, which I use in Arena, but we're going to go ahead and do some testing. So the first testing we're doing is just Len with Lexida, just to see how many crystals we can get. I do a little bit of a small scale test. I only do basically, I do this 3 times for each one. And at the end of the video, they'll also have a picture with all these trials that I'm doing here. Except for the arena, that'll be separate, but that won't have anything. But for these Bernie tests, I'll have that. So here we are, just testing Lexida. We'll see how many crystals we get with the new 6-star Len. Seems to, I mean, it seems to be pretty decent for the most part. This one I skipped to the end and just had the picture itself. So next we're going to test it with Soul Creator. So let's go ahead and see what we can get here. My goal is to decide if I want to Sphere Frog Len and combine the two. That's what I was trying to figure out, if it would be a good option. Mainly I only use Len for Arena for the most part, but Soul Creator greatly boosts drop rate of BC when attacking. I figured that with Lexida in 50 normal hits, you would get a lot of BC crystals for Arena, so it'd be pretty amazing. I would at least hope. That's what I'm hoping. So I want to do some small scale testing first. That's what we're doing. So we got these 3 here, and then we're going to go ahead and do Arena here in a moment. We're going to check that out. So now we have Lexida in the Arena. This is what we normally use. This is my normal team here, for the most part. I noticed after I did this one, Elza wasn't sphered, so I go back and show you guys what all spheres they have on them. And I did switch Zell Knight spheres up. Zell Knight had Soul Creator and I believe it was Leg Wand on them. And I go back and actually switch that here in a moment. I know you guys like Arena too, so there's quite a few Arena fights in here. So here's what we have the setup for our Arena team. Soul Creator, Hallowed Skull, and Buhakin, and Havoc Axe. So pretty much the same. Lexida, and then the same for Maxwell. So another fight here. This is with the slightly different setup. As you see, Zell Knight's HP drop because they got rid of Leg One. So for the most part, do I really need to Sphere Len? Because I mean, if you watch this, for the most part, only 2 or 3 are alive after the first turn. So is it really worth it? Who knows? But I wanted to do some testing. So pretty good for the most part with just Lexida. Pretty happy with it. If you get 1 Super Brave Burst, you're pretty much going to win, in my opinion. I don't know what's going to live a Super Brave Burst accompanied with the rest of the other crap. Have Zell Knight first, obviously, so for procs, he can get some people Super Brave Burst, like Elza, who never wants to use it, and she does a good job of never using it for the most part. So, battle number 3 in this test, I believe. Yes, so, or I think this might be 4, actually. Nope, 3. For the most part, there's pretty decent. If Zell Knight procs, no one's going to get their Super Brave Burst, though. The distribution of crystals didn't work out too well. And why does Lyn stand on that gold box? It's so gaudy and weird. So I decided to go ahead and Sphere Frog Len and go for it. And I'll give you guys my conclusion here in a little bit after the fight. So Soul Creator and Lexida. So we're going back to the Bernies real quick. I turned on crystals this time so you can see all of them drop. So unfortunately, I was hoping at least someone would get their Brave Burst in 1 turn with them, but was not the case, sadly. Makes me sad, Panda. I have enough Sphere Frogs right now that it was okay to use. I mean, it was worth the testing. So we're going to skip over to Arena now. And let's see what happens here. So Len gets Super Brave Burst first turn, which is amazing. If Zell Knight procs, Altar and Maxwell will get it as well, which he does. Get Maxwell to proc, but unfortunately no one else. Now, Len, Super Brave Burst is 40 hit single enemy. So it's a single attack, which not very good for Arena. Now, one thing you could do is you could just level it up to Brave Burst 9. I suggest if you get close to it like 7 or 8, don't fuse frogs or fuse fodder unless you're doing 1 at a time, or just use frogs to get to 9 and let it sit there. That's what I would suggest. really, I mean, for the most part, it does work out pretty good for me. Is the Sphere Frog needed? Probably not. And is Super Brave Burst needed? I would go with no. If it's just an arena fighter, I would stick with the 30 combo light attack on all enemies and boost to attack with Brave Burst versus the Super Brave Burst. I think that's your better option. I think with Len, your better option is to just use Lexida and just use Brave Burst 9. I wouldn't go to Super Brave Burst. If you watched my evolution video, I fused away the breaker, but I certainly have this Len now, which it's fine. I'm okay with it because I imagine eventually this team will get replaced. Actually, I know it will get replaced once 7 stars come out, so it's fine for now. I'm happy with it. I can use Len for other things, but yeah. So I'm gonna pop up the chart here in a moment if you guys want to see the crystals compared and stuff like that. But basically, my conclusion is, as it does work with Soul Creator and Lexida, and I do get more crystals and definitely more Super Brave Burst than before. Is it really needed? Dependent on your team, I would say with that. What I would do though is I would not get Super Brave Burst. I would just get Brave Burst 9 if it's an arena fighter only. That's what I would go with. Sphere Frog, up to you, but Lexida honestly did just fine. Before I used Lexida on Len forever and it worked just fine. So alright guys, that's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, favorite, and share, and we'll see you later.